Hey, what up, y'all? This is All Media Access News. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell for future updates and live streams. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Nipsey Hussle and the supposedly killer. His name is Eric Holder. Um, he was actually affiliated with Nipsey Hussle, but Nipsey had confronted him in front of the store that Nipsey owns and just respectfully told him to remove himself. And I guess the guy felt envious and he already had hate in his heart and took matters into his own hands. But the media is releasing a lot of information, and as I listen closely, what what I just can't seem to understand is how this supposed suspect ends up killing Nipsey, who is in a gang or was in the gang, ends up by a mental institution, and then from the mental institution gets arrested. To be honest with you, I'm not like the biggest conspiracy theorist, but this just whole thing is just not adding up to me. Um, who knows? We live in a crazy world, and the government is really good at manipulating people and misleading. And who knows? Maybe this guy did go to the mental institution and they freaking hypnotized him or something, knowing that he was going to start talking and saying what actually happened. But as we all know, in situations like this, when things get handled like that in the street and gangs are involved and stuff like that, I've never heard of a gang member, kill somebody or shoot somebody and ends up going to a mental institution. So, that's just very suspicious. It's very suspect. Um, it is sad that Nipsey had to get, killed this way. Nobody deserves to get killed at all. He was an entrepreneur, young, a whole life ahead of him. Very smart person. The day they killed him, he had actually took someone that had got out of prison doing 20 years and was planning on taking the guy's shop. And, Nipsey was giving people jobs. And I also had heard that Nipsey used to sell his CDs. Like before he blew up, he used to sell his CDs at the same area where he now owns the store that he owns. And they used to chase him out of there, and he got, you know, he became so popular that he ended up buying the stores. So now they had to pay Nipsey rent. So that just goes to show how God works in mysterious ways, and how you should never give up in life and always remain positive. And that's why it's really, really hard to believe that Nipsey has been killed this way, and then especially by someone that got that close to him. You know what I mean? It's never people that you don't know. It's always people that are very close to you, that are pretend that they're your friend and that they care about you and love you, but will be envious and have a heart full of hate. You know what I'm saying? So you got to definitely be careful who you surround yourself by, and always keep your ears and your eyes open. You know what I mean? And I do hope that all of this comes to an end. Also, the suspect, they did grant them bail, which is $7 million, and now they've actually put out, you know, the word to harm this guy that killed Nipsey. So it's definitely not looking good. But again, I'm just curious about how this suspect kills Nipsey and ends up at a mental institution and then arrested. It just doesn't add up to me. I mean, I've never heard of that, of someone committing a crime like that and taking themselves to a mental institution and then ends up being arrested. Like, the guy never had no type of mental illness. He was a street person affiliated in a gang. I mean, and he was offended that they called him a snitch. That's why he took matters in his own hands and he did this to Nipsey. So it just doesn't add up. The media is good at manipulating people, but I'm very smart at listening and paying close attention. That's why I don't just put out a video until I hear all the information that's being put out, and I pick and choose which I strongly believe is true. But again, rest in peace, Nipsey. My prayers and my condolences go out to him and his family and his two children that he left behind. And the gun violence definitely has to stop. Nipsey also had sent the email to the commissioner of the LAPD to try to bring people together, stop the gun violence, and work on the community and helping kids so the next generation doesn't have to go through this. So it's definitely a tragedy, you know what I mean? But I want to know what you guys believe, what you guys have heard so far, and you guys could definitely leave it on the comment section. And again, rest in peace, Nipsey. God bless him. My condolences, prayers to his family, and be careful out there. Don't trust everybody. Watch the ones that are close to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep your friends close, your enemies closer. But at this point in this generation, it's like shit. You gotta keep your friends, even closer and be very observant and just don't trust everyone and everything you see. You know what I mean? So God bless y'all. Take care. This is All Media Access News. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell for future updates and live streams. Peace.